g'day and welcome to the first edition of the MCDFNL Football Netball Show. My name's Yeendy. I'm here with the great man, Sammy. Thanks for joining us, mate. Welcome back for another year.
Thanks, Chris. Glad to be back, well, not back alongside you, but joining you for our first show together, replacing the great man, Sean Kelly.
I know. He's left a big presence with the show, been a great icon within the league for a number of years now, mate. But we're turning over a new leaf, and you're pumped up as ever. I've never seen you as enthusiastic in my life, mate. So, did you enjoy the summer? You ready? Did you sort of get a chance to relax a bit?
I did, but pumped up for a big year of MCDFNL action. We were having a look at the clearances just then, and there's some interesting moves afoot.
Yeah, there's certainly plenty of excitement happening on and off the field. Let's turn our attention to new coaches in the MCDFNL on the footy front, mate, because there have been lots of them, lots of new appointments. Tell us about some of the movements that have happened.
One of the big ones is Adam Pollock off to Avoca. Obviously coached Denali last year, previously been at Campbell's Creek and Harcourt, so plenty of MCDFNL footy fans will know him. Taken a few players, I think, from Denali across to Avoca, which will only strengthen the Bulldogs, so interesting to see what happens there.
How did the Bulldogs go last year, for your opinion? Did they sort of live up to the hype a bit? Or
I think they probably went under the radar a little bit. Obviously, they lost their coach, Jamie Bridie, halfway through last year, parted ways with him, so I think that maybe upset the balance out there this last year. They'll be looking for bigger things this season, I think.
And as you say, with Adam, he has such tremendous experience in the MCDFNL, probably just what they need to go a step further this year.
Yeah, exactly right. Big guy and experienced head on his shoulders. Coached other clubs outside the MCDFNL to flags, so they'll be very excited about what 2017 holds for them.
Magnificent, mate. Who else have we got?
A name that lots of MCDFNL fans will be familiar with, Brendan Tranter taking the reins at Maryborough Rovers. 1 year last year with their previous coach, but Tranter brings a lot of experience. Previously been on an AFL list with Collingwood, played a couple of games with them, won flags with Maryborough in the Bendigo League before, so he certainly knows what it takes, and they have brought a lot of players in. He's using his contacts very well on the recruiting front.
Is that going to set them up for a big year ahead?
I think so. All the talk out of Jubilee Oval that this is going to be a big year for Rovers. I know they're pretty pumped, everyone that's involved with the club.
Fantastic, mate. Now, I know Royal Park, they've had a bit of a change up as well.
They certainly have. AJ Beecham leaves the Tigers after just 1 year as coach. Did really well with them. Took them all the way to the finals, which was promising. Gone for Zach Tunbridge as coach in 2017, a guy who's been at the club since they sort of had a resurgence a couple of years ago, so he knows what it's all about. On-field coach last year. AJ was obviously off-field, so that'll change the dynamic a little bit up at Royal Park this year.
Royal Park, obviously, they created headlines last year for defeating Navarre and ending their chance to have a Victorian Country League record too.
Yeah, they certainly did. Big year for the Tigers last year. I think maybe their best finish in over a decade, so they'll be looking to build on that this year. A few players out, a few players in, so it'll be interesting to see how they go.
Denali have had a bit of a shake-up as well. We know that they've really bonded strongly as a club over the off-season, and they've got a new coach to sort of lead the way as well.
They certainly have Darren Smith, a guy who's been involved with Denali for a number of years now, taking the reins. A little bit of a challenging off-season, as I'm sure everyone knows, but the community's got right behind the Eagles. They've brought in a lot of new players, so it'll be interesting to see how they go. They're probably a bit of an unknown at this stage.
Which is what you want as well, and they probably would prefer it that way, and I think they'll shock a few teams in 2017.
They certainly will, yeah, a bit of a refresh for the club, so it'll be interesting to see how things happen there.
We've got another change-up, change over at Carisbrook, but we're still doing our homework on that one.
We are Matt Bilton and Jackson Bowen taking the reins out at Carisbrook. Two younger guys, I guess, neither of them are coached before, but both been involved with programs like the North Ballarat Rebels, North Ballarat Roosters, so they certainly know how things function at a high level. Sensational.
Now, while we've had some good change up in coaches, 5 of the 14, very, very nice. We've had a few players join the competition, and that's a really good positive to strengthen the comp.
Certainly his name I just mentioned there, Matt Bilton, previous Berry Powell medalist, coming back to coach Carisbrook. People will be all too aware of what he can do, both in the midfield and up forward. Hard matchup, very tough, very quick. Just got married on the weekend as well, so
you were there, mate, in the thick of it.
I was in amongst it. Very nice wedding, but he'll be focused on footy now. The wedding's out of the way. Get footy season started.
No happy wife, happy life scenario here. Or?
No, all about football with Matthew, I think, at this stage. Another big name coming back, Jesse Britton, previous captain of Avoca, coming back after 1 year away. He'll strengthen their spine, probably play at centre half forward, centre half back. good key position pickup for Avoca. A club that's lost a couple of young guns, Newstead, Michael Dalrymple, another previous Berry Power medalist back in 2015, I think, part of a three-way tie. Him and Jonty Entwistle, another promising young guy from Newstead, both off to Castlemaine in the Bendigo Football League, so that will leave a bit of a hole in their midfield, I think.
And with Castlemaine, they've appointed Derek Philo, who's very well known in country Victoria, so I guess no surprises there in terms of their crossing over to see Philo and the team over there.
Yeah, big name in country football, obviously Derek Philo. I think Newstead will be disappointed though. They certainly used last year, I guess, as a bit of a development year for their younger players, and things were progressing along nicely, so those two leaving leaves a little bit of a hole for them. But they have brought back in Jay Millwood, who played for the Kangaroos back in 2013, I think. Kicked a lot of goals for them as a small forward, so that'll go some way to filling that hole.
And how important do they need that sort of small forward kicking plenty of goals this year?
Yeah, I think it's probably a big need for them. They've obviously got bigger guys who can do the job, guys like Adrian Conn, but maybe someone at ground level when the ball hits the deck. Millwood's a pretty hard matchup again, quick but good in the air for his size, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes.
Magnificent, mate. And what are some of the other changes we've got happening around the comp?
Jaden Hine leaving Carisbrook after just 1 year with the Redbacks off to Apollo Bay, so that robs them of a small forward. Another big name that people will be familiar with, Joel Smith, leaving Harcourt, a guy who hasn't played a lot of football in the last 2 years, I think, had some fairly chronic ankle injuries, but can turn a game on its head pretty quickly. Big goal kicker. I believe he's off to Castlemaine with Derek Philo as well. Joe Thompson and Jamie Townsend, two guys who've been really, really solid contributors for Denali for probably the past 3 or 4 years. Off. Nigel Reid, big bullocking ruckman, comes back to Lexington, which will help them out. And Richard Zalantich off to the Central Highlands Football League, a guy who was really impressive in his 1 year with Royal Park last year. So plenty of movement afoot.
Well, it's hopefully it's sort of the exciting time of the year, isn't it, mate? Because it is a bit of the unknown now over the next sort of 3 or 4 weeks heading in towards the practice match season or time of year. We're going to see a lot more clearances come through. We know there's going to be a few other big names that are officially going to come through, and we're going to give a little bit of a heads up. There's some big news going to come out of Denali very, very soon, mate. We are going to be watching this space very, very, very closely, aren't we?
We are. We can't mention just what's happening at Denali yet, but when it breaks, it'll excite MCDFNL followers for sure.
And hopefully you'll be able to catch it first here on the MCDFNL Footy Netball Show. So, and there's plenty of other excitement sort of coming along as well. We know there's some other movements that's steadily starting to happen. So, look, it's going to be a fantastic year ahead, mate. I know you're absolutely pumped, and we can't wait to rip into what is going to be a great year. And I know you're busy doing plenty of work around the competition.
I am, yeah, trying to catch up with a few clubs, new coaches, new players, things like that. So hopefully we should be able to bring you some more news in weeks to come.
Sensational, mate. Well, thanks for joining us on the first edition of the MCDFNL Footy Netball Show for 2017. We can't wait to be in your company as the weeks progress.
Thanks, mate. Glad to be alongside you as well. Very impressive debut.
I love it, mate. We look forward to being in your company in the very near future.